African savanna explodes into a scene of absolute violent chaos. 50 furious primates aggressively surround a single, terrified predator. He is supposed to be the undisputed master of ambush. But right now, the golden hunter is fighting desperately for survival. How does a solitary killer defeat an organized primate army? Why did he attack a target that fights back with equal savagery? Watch closely as the perfect hunt turns into a living nightmare. This is not a simple battle for territory or food. This is a brutal demonstration of overwhelming, coordinated revenge. One fatal mistake will shatter the hierarchy of this gorge forever. The morning sun rises over the dry, unforgiving rocky landscape. A lone leopard stalks silently along the jagged cliff edge. He is hungry, exhausted, and desperately searching for an easy meal. Below him, a massive troop of baboons rests in the dust. To most predators, a baboon troop is an impenetrable fortress. But desperation completely overrides the golden feline's natural caution. He locks his amber eyes on a young primate lingering near the edge. The hunter calculates the trajectory perfectly, waiting for the right moment. He drops silently from the rocks, accelerating into a lethal sprint. The strike is flawless, pinning the target to the hard ground. The leopard expects panic, scattering, and a swift retreat. Instead, a terrifying, deep bark echoes across the narrow canyon. It is the alpha male, and he is not running away. The entire troop freezes, turning their heads simultaneously toward the threat. The air crackles with sudden, overwhelming, and undeniable tension. 3 heavily scarred alpha males step aggressively out of the grass. They pull back their lips, revealing 2-inch, razor-sharp ivory canines. These weapons are scientifically proven to be longer than a lion's teeth. The leopard realizes his catastrophic miscalculation in a fraction of a second. He drops his prey and issues a deep, warning roar. But the primate army does not flinch. They advance in unison. A massive wall of screaming fur closes the distance relentlessly. The hunter suddenly turns, scrambling frantically toward the nearest dead tree. He is incredibly fast, but the baboons are designed for climbing. 2 massive males leap directly onto the trunk right behind him. They grab his hind legs, violently pulling him completely off balance. The heavy feline crashes heavily back down into the swirling red dust. He is instantly buried beneath a furious, unyielding wave of attackers. Speed and stealth mean absolutely nothing when surrounded by 50 enemies. The predator is now officially trapped in an inescapable nightmare. The leopard fights with unimaginable ferocity, biting and clawing wildly. Every swing of his heavy paws sends a baboon tumbling away. But for every primate he repels, 3 more take its place. The baboons do not strike to kill instantly. They methodically deliver heavy, blunt impacts to overwhelm his endurance. The air is filled with the terrifying sound of snapping jaws. The golden hunter manages to stand up, shaking off the attackers. He fiercely lunges at an alpha male, hoping to break the formation. But the alpha dodges skillfully, while another baboon bites the leopard's flank. Pain and exhaustion begin to take a severe toll on the feline. His violent movements slowly become sluggish and noticeably less coordinated. The thick red dust coats his beautiful spotted fur completely. He tries to run again, but a heavy blow strikes his hind legs. He stumbles heavily, his breathing ragged and incredibly desperate. The baboons form a tight circle, cutting off all escape routes. They take turns launching rapid, hit and run attacks from behind. This is a highly evolved, coordinated defense strategy. The leopard's incredible physical power is completely neutralized by sheer numbers. He spins around in confusion, swatting at shadows in the dust. A massive canine sinks deeply into his back, violently dragging him down. The feline roars in absolute agony, a sound rarely heard in this gorge. The brutal reality of his catastrophic mistake is now inescapable. He is no longer the fearsome apex predator of the savannah. He is just another animal fighting a losing battle for his life. The baboons relentlessly continue their coordinated, brutal assault without mercy. They are protecting their troop, and they take no prisoners. The leopard's golden eyes begin to lose their fierce, aggressive fire. He lies in the dirt, panting heavily, unable to stand back up. The alpha males step forward, their massive fangs fully exposed. They deliver the final, crushing blows with terrifying precision and power. The mighty hunter's body goes completely limp in the swirling red dust. The chaotic screaming of the primate army slowly begins to fade. The African sun beats down heavily on the brutal, violent aftermath. Dozens of victorious baboons stand aggressively over the battered predator. They are the undisputed, absolute kings of the dry rocky ground. The leopard's chest stops heaving entirely, signaling the ultimate defeat. The primate troop does not attempt to consume the fallen predator. They simply turn their backs and calmly begin walking away together. This conflict was purely about absolute dominance and survival, not food. The expected food chain has been violently and permanently shattered today. For thousands of years, leopards have successfully hunted primates in these exact trees. It is a deeply ingrained, evolutionary predator and prey relationship. But today, the incredibly complex rules of survival were rewritten entirely. The baboons proved that absolute unity is far stronger than individual power. A solitary hunter, no matter how lethal, cannot defeat an organized society. The alpha males risked everything to protect their vulnerable young. If they had run, the predator would have easily secured his meal. By choosing to stand their ground, they completely reversed the roles. The hunter instantly became the hunted in a matter of terrifying seconds. This brutal gorge is incredibly unforgiving to anyone who makes a mistake. The leopard's catastrophic error was aggressively underestimating his target's social bond. He attacked a single individual, completely ignoring the massive army behind it. Nature rarely offers second chances to those who radically miscalculate their strength. As the sun sets, a solitary hyena cautiously approaches the fallen feline. The ultimate apex predator has now tragically become an easy scavenger's meal. The baboon troop is already miles away, settling down for the night. Their dark silhouettes move peacefully along the high, incredibly jagged cliff edge. Young primates play safely in the rocks, completely oblivious to the morning's violence. The heavily scarred alpha males sit together, quietly scanning the distant horizon. They have successfully defended their territory, but they remain forever vigilant. Tomorrow, another hungry predator might attempt to aggressively test their formidable defenses. But the permanent physical lesson etched into this red dirt remains clear. In the brutal African savanna, complete isolation is an absolute, fatal weakness. Survival does not always belong to the fastest or the most heavily armed hunter. True dominance belongs exclusively to those who are brave enough to stand united.